All right, everybody. Greg Pruitt here with Idaho Dispatch, and I am sitting here today with Representative Aaron von Ehlinger, who is a new legislator. So I guess first, before we get started too deep into it, what district do you represent, which party, and which area of the state does your district represent?
Sure, I am a representative in District 6. I am a Republican, and we are up in Nez Perce and Lewis counties.
Okay. So this is your first legislative session. What's it been like? You know, you first came to the Capitol, you started kind of getting the ropes, and what kind of feeling is that? I mean, there's only 105 legislators, so for the millions of, other people that aren't legislators, what is that like?
Well, I had the benefit of being here during the special session, Greg, this last summer, and but to answer your question, so I was able to kind of ease into things with that, and it wasn't really a big shock coming here for the regular session, but it's just a great honor, if these walls could talk, it'd be something, and just thinking about all the people that have walked these halls and served the state of Idaho, and it's really, again, just a great honor to be able to be here serving my constituents, and to be one of the 105 people in the legislature. It's a big responsibility, but one that I gladly take on, and I take this work very seriously. So.
Sure. Okay, and so talking about the work, what do you hope to see come out of the legislature as a whole, as a body? What do you hope to see get passed? What do you think, I guess, is really important this session? And then what are you personally working on for your constituents or for Idahoans?
Sure. Well, over the last summer, really over the last 10 months or so, we have heard from a lot of constituents from all around the state regarding executive power, and a lot of people wanting to know what we could do with coronavirus and the pandemic and everything early on, and people were a little bit, I think, surprised that we really had no power to call ourselves back into session to resolve this matter, and we had to wait on the governor to call us in, and we were able to take care of some things, but in my opinion, not exactly enough. So we in the House passed basically a recommendation, a resolution to put a constitutional amendment on the 2022 ballot for the people to vote on, that would allow us to come into bring ourselves back into session with a 60% vote of legislators to do so for extraordinary issues or emergencies. And I am in favor of that. There's supposed to be 3 co-equal branches of government, and I think that is a step in the right direction towards that. So other things, we are talking about and working on the best ways to handle emergencies within the state of Idaho, and really just getting into the nuance and threading the needle of what is best for Idahoans. And it doesn't, I get a lot of emails where people, assume that we may be just automatically going to extremes one way or another, and I can assure people that that is not the case, and everything that, people are wondering about, we are taking very seriously, and not shirking our duty in any way. We will have more news on that soon. As far as personal projects, there are various things. I'm working on property tax reform in Lewis County, especially, which is a different solution than what would be for Nez Perce County and the rest of the state. And there may be other rural counties that would fall into that category as well, but Lewis, of course, is in my district. So taking special interest in that, and of course for Nez Perce County residents as well, but different solution, like I said. Also working on a blood relative preference adoption bill, and that is actually a constituent concern that came to me. It was one of the more moving letters I've received from a constituent, so I decided to talk to Health and Welfare and Juvenile Rules and take that on, and we're starting to have some success with it, support at least. And gosh, there's just so many other projects that we all work on, I believe, that I will definitely be willing to report to you if anything more comes to fruition, which they will, but I'm sure, as you know, Greg, it just takes time with these things.
Sure.
And I hate to report on them prematurely. So,
Sure.
But I can assure the people of Idaho and the people of District 6 that I am working diligently and putting in the long hours here to make sure we get as much benefit as possible and just getting the job done for you. So I'd like to, thank you, District 6, for sending me down here, and can continue to work as hard as possible. So,
Awesome.
and thank you, Greg.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for your time.
Absolutely.